We ride the waves of the crypto market to the motherfucking moon. Surfboard line, charts on deck. Crypto tides got no respect. Pullbacks hit like a lunar slap, but we catch that wick with a fib and a trap. Stars above, sand below. Charts lit up like a rocket show. No shills, no noise, just price and fate. Set the risk, hit play, levitate. We ride the waves, ride the waves. Crypto tides through the heat and haze. Rock to the moon, past the stars. Chart that zone, we know who we are. Wave game deep, no cap, no fakes. Stacking truth while the system breaks. Wave ride the waves, yeah, that's the call. One good setup, we risk it all. Phones in my skin, stars in view. Lunar tide, got the alpha crew. No guessing games, no tactics. Just clean PA and candlestick flips. Anchor the VW, that line, stochastic twitch. That entry's mine. From sea to space, from dusk to noon. We ride the wave, you chase the moon. We ride the waves, ride the waves. Crypto ties through the heat and haze. Rock to the moon, past the stars. Chart that zone, we know who we are. Wave gang deep, no cap, no fakes. Stacking truth while the system breaks. Wave ride the waves, yeah, that's the call. One good setup, we risk it all. We ride the waves of the crypto market to the moon. Surfboard mind, charts on deck. Crypto tides got no respect. Pullbacks hit like a lunar slap, but we catch that wick with a fib and a trap. Stars above, sand below. Charts lit up like a rocket show. No shills, no noise, just price and fate. Set the risk, hit play, levitate. We ride the waves of the crypto market to the moon.
We ride the waves, we ride the waves. Oh, what's going on? Welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves. Did it again. Of the crypto market all the way to the moon. Mother effing moon, as the song says. How's it going, everybody? It is Sunday evening, August 24th, 2025, 9:03 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you all for being here. It's a beautiful day. Weather is getting cooler, which is always welcome compared to 100-degree days. So that's nice. It'll be a nice work week for me. It'll be an even better work week for me if we can get some continuation here and not lose some significant levels. We'll get into that tonight. You know, it's Sunday, so we're going to do the macro breakdown, go over zoomed out stuff, and then we'll get in a little bit deeper on Bitcoin and take a look at the old altcoins. Okay, so there we go. That's the stream for tonight. How's everybody doing? Let's go ahead and say hello to chat. What's going on? Alexandra G, the mod boss, the mod queen, the mod god. Thank you for being here. Alexandra G, Duality C. What's going on? Mr. Alien Eyes. Alien Eyes. Why are you alienizing these people? Alienating. Same. What's going on, Duality? How you doing? What's going on, Harp with the metal horns? Thank you for being here, Harp. Wix, Wi-Fi 89. What's going on, wifey? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Maybe a bandage with the googly eyes. Ooh. What's going on, bandage? Hope you're doing well. Band-aid. How are you, Kelly? What's going on, Kels? How you doing? Who else we got in here? Anybody else? I think that's everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry, but I think I got everybody. All right. How you all doing? Hope you had a wonderful weekend. It was pretty good. And then, was just watching the chart today. And then I look over and I'm like, what in the world just happened? I will start off at the 5-minute time frame. I know it's Macro Monday, but we got to look at this thing. Oh my goodness. What a wick, or what a dump. Let's go down to the 1 minute. I mean, this thing just fell, and we're getting a bounce off of a pretty key area, so it's important to note that. Oh, that wasn't even it. This is the fall from grace. Okay, so after the pump Friday, by the way, Thursday night we asked for the moon gods to bring us the gains, and then Friday we got mega pumpola. Okay, Ethereum hit a new all-time high. Ethereum went blazing today, but ended up being victim of this big sell-off here. I believe it was, I've seen a lot of numbers thrown around. If I go to the coin glass, it shows some, I think 600 something million liquidated in the past 24 hours. Let's go ahead and bring that up. Not the liquidity heat map. All the liquidity is above us now. I want just liquidations. Here we go. All right, so yeah, over the past 24 hours, 665.85 million liquidated. 502 million of that was longs. Shorts, 163 million. So lots and lots of liquidations across the board, like 660 mil or something. Yeah, there you go. 666 million in the last 24 hours. Wrecked. Most of it in ETH, 3.7 million. Is that true? BTC 1. Oh, this is the 1 hour. Let's go to the 24 hour. How about that? There we go. 236 million for BTC. ETH 214 million. Others 44 million. Solana by itself 34 million. Man, just complete wreckage today. Just completely wiping out all of the froth in the market. I haven't looked at something recently. Let me see if I can find it. We don't have much this week as far as we don't have much this week as far as data. Now except for let me start over. We don't have much at the start of this week, Monday through Wednesday, when it comes to data. But we do have on Thursday, we've got jobs numbers. Where is it? Wrong week. Thursday, we've got GDP growth. Is this what? What was I looking at earlier? Am I crazy? We got core PCE, GDP growth. I thought there was something else Thursday. Crude oil stuff, blah, 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 blah. Wednesday, Thursday, core PCE, corporate, GDP, initial jobless claims. So anything that has to do with jobs, I'm watching that. And so we do have some job stuff on Thursday that could move the market. And then on Friday, we have core PCE. So we've got some inflation data coming in, price index month over month. We'll see. We can see they've been climbing ever since the tariffs got initiated. Doesn't mean it'll stay like that, but we'll see. Forecast is 0.3%. The prior was 0.3%. If that can stay pretty much where it's at, I think it'll be okay. But if it comes in higher, then inflation's getting carried away, and they may not cut rates if that's the case. So it's not all. Powell wasn't all. We're definitely going to cut rates. He did say that. I think he said they're going to be approaching it kind of like they did in 2021, 2022, where they do what's called flexible adjusted interest something or another. I don't know. Essentially, they're willing to let inflation kind of go up a little bit. and their main concern currently is jobs. So we'll see. We'll see. Fed watch tool. Let's go take a look at that real quick. See what our odds are. How y'all doing? Anybody else showing up? John Foster Crypto, what's going on? 901 in the house. Jesus say 77. How you doing? God bless. All right. So we've got 87.2% chance of a 25 basis point basis whatever cut thing. Yep. So that's actually gone up. I should act like I know what I'm talking about, because I kind of do, but I like to be silly, I guess. Have we recovered? We've recovered over 50% of this fall, so that's good. Currently just kind of stagnating out right here. Let's go ahead and back it on up to the weekly. Okay, so we did get a sweep of the previous week's low, of this range low in here, and we did close back within the range. Guys, this is the expanded flat scenario I was pointing out last week, where we get a deviation above the high, deviation below the low, and then we're good to go. That's what I hope for. To help solidify this and give a little bit further confirmation, take out this high. Okay, we got to take out that high. To be specific, 117,390. 117,390. We got to take out that high, preferably get a daily candle close above it, and then we can start thinking about further upside. So I'm still in the camp that we're in further upside. Came right down to the point of interest, which was this little consolidation before this push up over here. And that was the consolidation before the breakout of this previous range. And so that's a demand zone. We came right back into that zone, swept the relatively equal lows. Imagine that. And then getting a bounce. So far, so good. Just need to see some continuation here. And we could get it. We could get it. And if I go over to the CMEs, we did have a nice gap to start the week. This is a pretty nice CME gap here. I mean, if it's going to get filled, that means we're going to continue to the upside, right? So that's what I'll be looking for. Let's take a look at our, yep. So we've got on the 4 hour, we have bullish divergence, pretty hardcore bullish divergence. I like it. That's on the CMEs. Let's go back to our our current price. More spotalicious. The real stuff. Okay. So yeah, pretty hard bullish divergence here. I mean, just looking pretty good. So nice bullish divergence. Now we just need to see the follow through to help solidify that the bottom is in, and then we can continue higher. So be looking for that for the first half of the week, and then Thursday and Friday we could get a little bit volatile with the data coming out. So we just got I think the first few days should be good. So we'll see. Melissa, what's going on? One Love, how you doing? Thank you for being here. The solo longer to get wicked out. Yep. So, yep. Looking for that bounce there. And, yeah, let's zoom it back out to the weekly. Get rid of that. Actually, let's bring that back up. So this is we're still sitting above the 50 on our RSI. So that is still showing strength in the move on the weekly chart. We did get that sweep. We do have the 52-week SMA sitting below us at $93,615. That is up a couple thousand from last week. So that is looking good. Why the 52 week? Well, I mean, it tends to mark bullish and bearish trends pretty well. Pretty well. So that's what I care about, is the trends. And we've been getting bounces off of it this whole move up. So ready for another continuation and then a pullback down to that 52 week SMA. We'll see. That will be a pretty steep drop. It'll be kind of like this one if it happens. What I really wouldn't care to see, but we would still technically be okay, is we do have a chance that we could come down, sweep this low in here, and then push up. I don't lean in that camp currently, but if we do get like a daily close below this low, then we could see that drop down to that level. From there, I think we would definitely continue to the upside if we did get a move like that. But right now, I don't know. I'm not really seeing anything that's really concerning. The 74.5K level is still the main bull market level low. So as long as that holds, we're still okay. In my opinion. Not financial advice, by the way. I still got to put a disclaimer up somewhere. Especially before I get monetized. If I ever do. I'm sure I will at some point. You can't just keep showing up and not get monetized, right? We'll see. Not really of my concern at the moment. All right, let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, I do want to get rid of this. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance continued to fall last week. Nice close down here. Let's go ahead and zoom on in to the daily. So even with the fall today, Bitcoin can still close lower, showing that the altcoins are really outperforming Bitcoin at this point in time. Alts did hold up well. A lot of alts did not put in lower lows like Bitcoin did, or a fresh low. A lot of them held their highs. Now we do have a little bit of a bullish, not a little bit, but a bit of a bullish divergence potentially here on our Bitcoin dominance. Let's see, did these play out? That's the question. Do they play out? That one played. That one's not one. That one's not one. Nope, nope. Look for the big move. Nope, nope. No, 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 no. Not really. Not really. Because you have a bit. Nope. Nope. It is dominance, so I don't imagine it would be like price. Could be, but I don't think so. We'll see. We'll see. Because we'll see if it'll get a bounce or not. Now, if Bitcoin steals the show and goes popping off, then it could steal some dominance. Or that'll just lift everything else up and it'll go stagnant or down. Right now, let's go down to the hourly. Let's see. Dominance faltering a little bit. Yep. So we're still seeing some downside for Bitcoin. Let's go to the total 3. So I learned this from Benjamin Cowan, following him on Twitter, X, whatever. Total 3 minus USDT to get rid of the stable coins, at least the most dominant one, slash BTC. So this is pretty much the altcoins versus Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and back this up. Still have my stuff on here. Now, if I put this on the monthly chart, you can see we've come back down. We came down into a monthly order block over here, and we are getting a bounce there. So this is altcoins versus Bitcoin. and we are getting a bounce off of that demand zone. If it can break the downwards trend, then altcoins will likely be going berserker. At least Ethereum, XRP, well, a lot of stuff actually, because everything's kind of starting to get moving. So, yeah. So yeah, altcoins versus BTC. Now we can do versus ETH. We do have a little bit of a bullish divergence coming in here on ETH. And this is on the monthly. On the weekly, massive bullish divergence on the weekly. So this is all of the altcoins versus Ethereum. Massive bullish divergence on the weekly chart coming down into demand. Now we just got to see if we can see some follow through here with the altcoins versus ETH. Currently, it is the Ethereum show. However, Ethereum did put in a new all-time high. Therefore, this leg, wave 3, should be getting close to wrapping up for Ethereum, and then we could see some rotation into the other altcoins, potentially. Did get a nice bearish divergence here before that dump. This is also an SMT divergence between this and Bitcoin. So lots of things pointing to that downside move, but Ethereum's getting a little pump, so it might continue. It might keep going. We did not get a weekly close above the old all-time high, nor a daily close above the old all-time high. We did get bit of bearish divergence. Putting in some pretty equal lows in here. I don't think you could see that. Putting in some equal lows between these two. So might want to be cautious tomorrow at some point, because we might want to come down and sweep those. They're not exactly equal. They are relatively equal. But look at this wick on this 4-hour candle. This can come up and close green. It might not need to come down. But generally speaking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. Starting a new 5-wave impulse, potentially. But we could have completed a 5-wave here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this might actually just be a running flat correction. We have 5 to go. So this might have, I think this finished up wave 4. So with wave 2s, you tend to get an Elliott wave theory. For wave 2s, they're typically sharper corrections, like this one right here. Let me make this a little bit thicker. There we go. Sharper corrections, whereas wave 4s tend to be a little bit more drawn out and sideways, and tend to be flat corrections. So you tend to get zigzag corrections like that on your wave 2s, and then you tend to get flat corrections, whether it be a standard flat, standard flat where highs and lows touch, or a running flat where you take out the high and you come up short of taking out the low and then continue, or an expanded flat where you come up, take out the high, take out the low, and then continue. In this instance, this looks like a running flat where you come up, come down, you take out the high, and then you come up short of taking out the low. So that is what I'm looking. That's what it looks like on an Ethereum for me. I would expect it to continue to the upside and wrap up this 5-wave impulse in here. And then we would get a bigger correction. This would be wave 2, so it would be a steep correction, probably taking out the lows in here, and then start on the next impulse to the upside. If we are to be super bullish over the next couple of weeks, which I wouldn't mind, because in 2 weeks time from tomorrow I will be in the hospital and I need the markets to kind of be in a cool down mode while I'm in the hospital with my wife and new baby. What's going on, Retro Mike Tech? How you doing? Army Piper, 24,000 BTC sold by the same guys that set a leverage short. That seems like it should be illegal market manipulation. Yeah, 74,000 BTC sold by the same guys that set a leveraged short. How do we regulate that in crypto? That's the question. That's the question. Because this market's more about self-regulation, so, but yeah, that's pretty wild. 24,000 Bitcoin sold. Oof. What's going on, Piper? I hope you're doing well and hope you've had an amazing weekend. And I hope you've relaxed a little bit from, from last week. From your little hospital stay or visit. So Bitcoin, $2.26 trillion market cap. We got as high as 2.48 trillion at 2.5, looking like a resistance level potentially. Pull back to the weekly. You can see we do have the 2.618 above us here at 2.93 trillion. And yeah, we'll see if that can continue to grind higher. I believe the 1.272, I had it on here. I thought I did. $1.272, yeah, right there. Beautiful. So yeah, I mean, whether we come down and retap the 1.618 or not, I still think we at least get up to that 2.618. XRP, what you doing to me? XRP, I was watching for this bull flag, but of course, I thought the pump was going to keep pumping, and instead it started a dumping. That was not what I wanted to see, especially since I am in an XRP long. Now it's only a 5x long. But yeah. Would have preferred if it didn't give me a slight heart attack. Okay? All chilled out, doing great. That's wonderful to hear, Piper. Very happy. Very happy to hear you. All right. XRP is getting a little bit of a push right now. Let's go down to the 15-minute. All right. It's coming up, taking out highs. We do have these little equal highs over here. Let's get rid of this so we can see a little better. There we go. So yeah, we've got some equal highs sitting right here at 304.82, and we're starting to push, dig into those equal highs. We do have a pretty big fair value gap here on the 15-minute. The price will likely want to get up into. Of course, this is a little bit sneaky, okay? It's a little bit sneaky because this was a liquidation event, okay? So essentially we've cleared up a lot of the froth in the market, and yeah, that might have been good enough for us to continue higher. Chart. I want to see the open interests because I'm pretty sure it got wiped. Piper, I saw someone post something, I read some of the comments too, and they were like, "Well, you can't really tell this or that," but they were talking about how it was Binance selling off Ethereum that caused the cascading liquidations. So, can you confirm or deny? Wow. Okay. So we did get a nice liquidation candle here, but the open interest didn't really reset. Let's go to the 12 hours. No, it's just the 1 hour. Okay. Well, starting to climb. You can see once we get above this area, well, we got above it here. Okay, so we have open interest building. Now the question is it shorts? Because if the open interest is shorts that's building, then we want a move down in our open interest would mean a squeeze if it is shorts, because that would mean it's a short squeeze and get pushing to the upside. Where'd my coin glass go? Let's do coin ink. Coin ink. Bitcoin liquidation map. Good evening, Kasim. Seeing LBC after many moons. It's wonderful seeing you. It's wonderful seeing you, Kasim. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you, man. Coin ink must be Chinese because there was a whole bunch of symbols up here that I didn't recognize. Where's the liquidation heat map? Charts, news, pro chart, liquidation heat map. Anybody? So this says Binance liquidation heat map. This is not what I'm looking for, obviously. Oh, here it is. I'm blind. It can load anytime. Need to back this up. Let's go to 2 week. Anybody in any trades? Okay, a little bit of liquidity up here at 119,450, about 625 million. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. That's a lot. That's just at that one level. Short squeeze incoming. Bears getting trapped. See some people calling. We still do have some liquidity down here. Hundreds of millions of dollars. We shall see. Should be a fun one. All right, so we just got a sweep of this high over here. Potentially swing fail. Probably not, in my opinion. We'll see. Continue higher, XRP. That's what I want to see. You know what I mean? I'm in CRP long and short. Wow. 110.6 thousand limits got hit on 2 exchanges. Sheesh. Probably should have taken profits on the short. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I like the way this is looking. Not really much. Let's go to the 1 hour. Okay, yeah, we do have bullish divergences in here. Dual divergences, maybe. Those lows, these lows, bullish divergence, continue. Let's just get some follow through, man. That's what we really need. We just need some follow through tomorrow. Let's take a look at the ES. Okay, that was Friday. I was about to say. Let's go to 15 minutes. So this, of course, this wasn't open over the weekend, so there was no way for a whale to just dump 24,000 Bitcoin or 24,000 whatever, 24 million shares of S&P 500 futures, or orders, whatever they call them over here. All right, this is stock world. All right, let's see. We've got a 1, 2, no, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5. Push a little bit higher here on the S&P 500. Yeah, I can dig that. Let's go to the NASDAQ. Same deal. Okay. Looking a little bit weak. These might see a move down before they push up. Golly. All right. Dow Jones. I didn't even look at the Dow Friday. Okay, so we got a breakout. Nice. Took a little bit longer than anticipated, of course. Usually does. Did not create a bearish divergence on the hourly, so that's good. Zoom it on out a little more. It's still looking good. Heading to 50,409 points. LBC, you know anything about cover call ETFs? Had a buddy ask me what he thought about one, and honestly, the chart looked worse than any meme coin. Cover call ETFs. Nope, don't know anything about that. I don't do the ETFs or stocks like that. I tried to do options, and I was just like, I can't do something unless I fully understand it, and I don't have the time to try and fully understand. I had to learn how to do crypto leverage trading. Now you want me to learn about delta, gamma, sigma, phi, alpha, beta, zeta, whatever, decay and all that stuff. Like, one thing at a time, okay? Now, I don't know about coveralls. I'd have to look it up. I'm sure I could get it, but I'd have to look it up. Go back to the NASDAQ. I mean, it's just not looking too bad. Copper, gold down a little bit. Still just kind of coiling up in here. Maybe getting ready to finally push higher. Copper. Golly. My goodness. What a dump. So copper saw a dump at the same time the Dixie saw a dump, eh? Yep, so we got the Dixie dumping. Fell out of the megaphone pattern in here. So we'll see if it can get some continuation. Starting off, pushing to the upside, getting a back test of the downwards or upwards sloping support. We'll see if it wants to reject and continue lower or what. Gamma levels are freaking goated, by the way. Yeah, I'd have to really look into that. So yeah, Looking to see if we get a rejection here and continue to the downside on the Dixie. This is inverse correlated with our risk on assets, so we would expect the Dixie to go down if we want to continue to push higher on our risk on assets. Now, the big one, do you know what it is? The Russell 2000. Massive break. We did the thing. I said we cannot come back into the territory of wave 1, and we didn't. Came up just shy of getting into the territory of wave 1, and then we pumped to the moon. Now we just got to see if we get either some follow through on this wave 5, or if we get a nice little ABC correction off of that move, after that move. Now we did put in a little bit of a bearish divergence here, so we have potential for that downside, so a little bit of downside risk. Now coming down to the 1 hour, that bullish or bearish divergence goes away, but it is there on the 4 and the 6. However, neither one of those has fallen below the 70% threshold, so we're still showing signs of strength here, and this could continue to the upside. We are still inside this parallel channel, so I'm really looking for a break of that parallel channel. Whether now or later, I think we will get that, especially considering what? Equal highs. Really want to take out those equal highs. Look at the equal lows all the way down here. Next bear market, anybody? It's not going to be fun. It's not. Oh. All right. Let's take a look at some altcoins now. Everything's now, you know me, I like to wait for Mondays. I really want to see what happens on Monday with the price action, because it can usually be an indicator of what we will see for the rest of the week. Not if Monday's up, the rest of the week we're up, or if Monday's down, the rest of the week we're down, but rather just how price action developed on Monday. What liquidity levels were taken, and if any, or did we consolidate or accumulate, all different kinds of things. So a few different things. So I want to see how Monday plays, and then that'll tell me how I want to play Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It was, as always though, it's day by day. Day by day. Bybit spot. Let's see if there's anything moving right now. We got anything pumping? Whoa, hold on. MemeFi is up 17%. Ew. Wow. That little bitty move is 17%. My goodness. What is this? Flock USDT. Getting a bounce off of that 70% line on the RSI. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Is this going to be an ABC? Or did we already complete one? Might have completed one. Nice bullish divergence here. I have no idea what this is, but we got a nice bullish divergence with a W pattern. Okay, W. Bam, bam, bullish divergence. Also, break of trend. Potentially get a pullback. Here's previous high. Do that. Come down and then go. We did clear this high over here. At least got a 30-minute close above the high. Hourly is still playing out. We have 15 minutes. remaining in the hour. Looking good on the 1 hour though. Also a bullish divergence. 4 hour. No bullish divergence there. Bullish divergence here between this low and these lows. That's this low and these lows. So yeah, bullish divergence there. There's no bearish divergence as we created a higher high here. Swing highs. So no bearish divergence there. So whatever this flock USDT is, it's not looking too shabby for a potential long. Wait for a pullback, of course, especially like an internal pullback. Like you want to long from highs, but you want to see if it gets a bounce first. Don't just hop in it when it touches that level. You want to see a bounce. Confirm that the level holds, and then you get a bounce and get a bullish engulfing candle. Okay, that's what we want to see. Could you take a look at Pole, aka Polygon? Oh, yeah. Pole USDT, and let's see, what's a, yeah, nasty chart. Pole USDT.p, Bybit, where they got the volume. Excuse me. So we do have a little bit of a bullish divergence here between these two lows. Here and here. Getting a nice little push. Do downwards trend, getting a break of trend here. That's good. Would like to see it take out the high here at 25.56, 25 and a half. We'd like to see that broken above the moving average. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let's zoom it on out. Ooh, zoom it on out. All right, remove all drawings. 4 hour. What an incredible looking chart. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I mean, obviously we have this resistance right here. Top side 26 and a half. We're at 25 right now. Not really equal lows. Came down into fair value gap. Pushed off. Swept liquidity on the upside. Slight bullish divergence here on the 12 hour. It's almost like a diamond? I don't know. Diamonds are typically reversals though. So you would expect it to come down and take out the lows before continuing to the upside. Don't really see anything that just, well, actually, Potential running flat if it can come up and get above this high over here at 26 cents. That's what I would like to see on Polygon. Yeah, I'd really like to see us get above this high and close above it here on the 4 hour, because this could be a running flat where we come take out the high over here and then come up short from taking out the low over here and then continue to push to the upside. That's what I would like to see on Polkadot, or not Polkadot, Polygon. We're above the 50. Came back down bullish. Came back down into this 4 hour order block. Getting a nice little bounce. Let's go to the 15. Yeah, and we got this break of trend here, downwards trend. Got the break there. This looks like it's trying to push right now. Slightest fair value gap here. Don't really like it. I mean, if I'm already in a long on this, then my stop loss is just below this low. If this can, yeah, I'd want to see it get, I want to see it get above this high here at 20, 25 and a half. If it can do that, shift the market structure, then continue to the upside. Would like to hold that high. I mean, it can, as long as it's at least a 0.382 pullback, that would be down here. It can come all the way down to 786. Heck, even an 886. It's not what I would like to see, but it could get down there. I don't know. I don't really see that happening right now because we've broken that trend on the RSI as well. Breaking that trend there. It's looking pretty good for longs. ABC correction. And this chart is just, it's not the prettiest thing in the world. Get above this high here at 26. Get a close above that, and then I would consider potential longs. Specifically, if we can break above with conviction, that's what I would like to see. Something, a strong move, then a pullback on top of the high, maybe even just that high. But either way, I want to see it come up, give me a pullback and consolidation. And it's from that consolidation, after I get confirmation of breaking a new high and getting a close above the high over here and getting a pullback, then I would consider taking a long and riding it to the upside. Yeah, because from there, I mean, if it can break through this level, then it's probably going to continue going pretty high. Let's see, is there something with, what has the most history? Because they changed from Matic to Polygon. This is a little bit of a cup and handle here. Cup with the awkward handle, or maybe an Adam and Eve. Yeah, kind of looks like an Adam and Eve. I said Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. So you got the sharp move down and then the more of a bowl-like level. So you want to see the breakout and then the back test. See how you got the sharper move down and then more of a bowl-like deal. So you want to see the breakout, back test, and then go. That's what I would like to see here on Polygon. So I think, I mean, depending on your leverage, if you're in spot bags, you're probably pretty good. But as far as like, if I was to take a long from here, I mean, my stop would have to be no lower than this low right here, and that's still a 10% stop loss. But I could see it getting up to at least a 50% retracement, a 79% move. That wouldn't be bad. Let's go ahead and pull measured move on this. I mean, that does get you just above that 50% retracement, so potentially getting up to 50 cents at a 100% increase. So we'll see how this plays out. But yeah, doesn't look too bad to me. Looks like a nice solid Adam and Eve pattern. So we shall find out. Look at me. I'm just sitting back, chilling, vibing. Should have longed at 17 cents. I mean, you know, ain't no shoulda, coulda, wouldas. It's just, what's the next one? Boom. Book of meme. Looking all right. Above the point of control here. Looking good. Cued him. Holy crap. Wow, this thing's pumping. Is this going to be one of those where you just hop in on a spot bag and double up real quick and then get out? Could be. We are on the daily chart, so it might take a little while to get up there, but I think the next couple of weeks could be pretty bullish. We'll see. Get a whiff of this. How long have I had this on here? I don't even remember the last time I looked at this chart. Well, you see the idea. Get a whiff of this. 160% move from current price. Might not be bad. I'm the queen of shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Barracuda. Ooh, Barracuda. Get 10% off all trading fees by joining BitTunics here. Yeah. Get 10% off all trading fees, both spot and futures. With that link pinned in the chat, or not pinned in the chat. We need to start pinning that in the chat, Alexandra G. If one of us can remember to do that. Yeah, I want to start pinning that in the chat. So yeah, whiff, not too bad. Getting the pullback down into entry. Potential 160% move based on this right here. Now, why is this all the way over here? Because this is where it broke out from. That's where you place your measured move. Same. $2.34. Are memes about to go crazy? Find out next time on Lunar Beaches Crypto. We'll find out soon enough. Guys, that hour went by quick. Is everybody leaving me, man? Why is everybody leaving me? Thank you all for being here. I do appreciate each and every single last one of you. I guess I got to start giving signals to keep people around. I'd rather just teach you how to trade and look at stuff for yourself, personally. So, join the Discord. Become a student today. It's free. And since you don't pay for it, I post whenever I want. But I really am pretty good at responding to people that have questions. So make sure you join the Discord. I am happy to help in any way that I possibly can, especially if you are new to crypto and trading. Hop in that Discord. I love helping new people, and I can make this really, really simple for you if you're just now starting out. But you've got to tell me where you are in your journey, how long you've been trading. Yeah, just a little bit of background, I should say. A little bit of background. Let's get a little bit of background on your trading and see what we need to work on, and I'll help you out the best of my abilities. I love doing this stuff. I love helping others. It is my service to my fellow people. So get in that Discord. Anyways, new week upon us. We'll see what Monday brings. We'll see what London brings overnight. And I'll share some levels in the morning to be looking for on Bitcoin. See if I can't find something in the alts. We'll see. But for now, just kind of chilling, letting the market settle after the big liquidation event. And then we'll see where we go from here. Let's take out some internal highs, start getting some, shifts in market structure so that we can continue to ride the waves all the way to the moon. Mad love. I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep. And I will catch you in the next one. Mad love. Peace out. God bless. Bye.
Surfboard mind, charts on deck. Crypto tides got no respect. Pullbacks hit like a lunar slap, but we catch that wick with a fib and a trap. Stars above, sand below. Charts lit up like a rocket show. No shills, no noise, just price and fades. At the risk hit play, levitate. We ride the waves, ride the waves. Crypto ties to the heat and haze. Wide to the moon, past the stars. Chart that zone, we know who we are. Wave gang, gang deep, no cap, no fakes. Stack the truth while the system breaks. That ride the waves, yeah, that's the call. One good setup, we risk it all. Lunar Beaches Crypto. We ride the wave of the crypto market. To the moon, past the stars. Chart the zone, we know who we are. We're big and deep, no cap, no fakes. Stack of truth while the system breaks. Ride the waves, yeah, that's the call. One good setup, we risk it all. Sawdust skin, stars in view. Lunar tide, got the alpha crew. No guessing games, no TikTok tips. Just clean PA and candlestick flips. Think of the VW, cop that line. Stochastic twitch, that entry's mine. That entry's mine. From sea to space, from dusk to noon. We ride the wave, you chase the moon. We ride the waves, crypto ties to the heat and haze. Wide to the moon, past the stars. Chart that zone, we know who we are. Wave gang, gang deep, no cap, no fakes. Stack the truth while the system breaks. That ride the waves, yeah, that's the call. One good setup, we risk it all. We ride the waves, ride the waves, ride the waves, ride the waves of the crypto market.